Good morning,
Hello.
Fems.
Hi. I feel like I have to. My big hair today. It's a little chopped off.
I am here with business member Christina Davis. We just got done with our final coffee connection of 2019 here at Tiger Lily STEM. It was a wonderful morning. But we're here to talk about all things Christina. She has so many things going on.
Couple things.
Just a few. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Christina Davis. I think a lot of women within FemCity know me primarily for a couple of things. One is as a CABI stylist. So my passion is not only all things fashion, but representing who we are on the inside accurately to the world. And for me, clothing is a vehicle, a way to do that. And then also I own a business called Outside In Consulting, which obviously dovetails well with the other business. But really there, in addition to figuring that out, like who am I? It's how does all this stuff work?
Right.
And how does it reflect that? So I do closet audits where I'm helping women kind of get rid of the clutter.
Mine's in the next couple of weeks.
Yes,
Super looking forward to it.
Get rid of the clutter, identify what they actually need, which then gives us some freedom as we are shopping, because on some level, many of us, whether it's online or in person, make sure they're making good decisions there. And in that process, really making good use of an investment.
Right.
And a lot of people say they end up with fewer things in their closet, but feel like they've got the gift of actually having more.
Right.
Because now they see how it works and how it works with their life and everything else. And then I know it's always backwards, but hopefully you're getting used to reading backwards.
Right.
But there's this little thing in my life around this mantra, this life legacy that I'm trying to evolve.
Tell us how did this come about?
Oh my goodness! At some point, perhaps you'll search in my own personal feed, and I may have posted it on FemCity too. But there's a video associated with this. But I have a 9 and a 5-year-old, and I'm going to try to abbreviate this for the sake of time.
Yeah.
But a number of years ago, I had left a full-time work at a bank that many of you have heard of, and was working from home and had changed my life in order to be more physically present for my kids. And yet, I remember a day where I was sitting and I was doing coaching calls all morning with my CABI team, and I was saying more than I would have liked to my now 10-year-old, in a minute, not right now, hold on, I'll be right there. And I remember being so torn inside, like this is actually what I was trying not to have to do, and now here I am doing it. So fast forward, a couple weeks later, she does her first, I would say, big Christmas program where she's on stage. We don't go to a small church, so there was quite an audience. And she came back down off stage, and I said, oh my gosh, how did it go? And she goes, Mom, I looked out and there were so many eyes looking at me, and I was really nervous. But then she said to me, I did what you tell your CABI stylist to do, and I did it afraid. And I had this moment, one of, they listen to everything, be careful.
Yes, everything.
But also this moment of, even when I thought I was neglecting her, actually she was learning and sort of created what I want my family legacy to be. And so we've been stewing on it, and it was really her idea to bring this message to you in a way that you can actually live it and show it off to the world and be challenged by it. And so she and I together designed the shirts. And I think what's next is something that remains to be seen. Lots of you bought them. I've been hearing lots of stories. I bought one for my children and myself. I want to live this. It's hard. Here are some ways that this is showing up in my life. And so 2020 is going to be a year for me to unpack that and see what I'm supposed to do with it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do you have? Where can we find you? Where can Fems find you? How can they support you in all of your
endeavors?
Yes.
I think a few ways, and the obvious one, since you're watching us in this forum, is on social media. And I am almost always at the first Friday of the month, FemCity Coffee Connection. I also have an Outside In Consulting page, and I have a Christina's CABI Closet Facebook group, and my website is outsideinconsulting.co. And I say that because people say, I can't find her, it's not right, because we're so accustomed to putting .com, but it's .co. And I think that will shed some light a little bit more on what I do and what it looks like, and also it is also where you can grab a t-shirt if it's meaningful to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you have for us today?
Oh my god. Well, I think just anytime I'm coming off of a coffee, and I know this is what was not our intent, but I'm reminded how amazing this group of women is. And so I'm hopeful that in 2020 we can continue to grow this tribe, and I appreciate all of you. I see CABI every time I come. I see clients from outside in every time I come. I see people who have supported me and are helping me champion this little movement. So I'm very, very grateful for all of you whose life I'm a part of in some way. And if it hasn't been something you've needed, certainly grateful for those of you that have shared that and paid that forward and have connected me with other people.
Well, we're so grateful to have you as a part of this group.
So thank you all. Very grateful for all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Well, we'll see you guys in the group at some point. Drop your comments or questions below for Christina.
That'd be great.
Go through them, and if you have any questions for me as well, I'll go ahead and check those out too.
Will do.
Happy Friday, you guys.
Have a great weekend.